Good afternoon. My name is Robert Davidson, and this is my autobiographical artifact speech for speech class. The artifact I have to discuss with you today is a Rolex watch. You can see it here. Tough to see. The model, more specifically, is the Oyster Perpetual model. It's a pretty expensive watch. But this particular watch is special to me for many reasons that have nothing to do with money. This particular watch was my father's watch. He died in 1996 and was a hero to me. I'm a single child with no brothers and sisters, and so it was just me and him. Looked up to him a lot. So this watch is pretty much all I have left to remember him by. According to Rolex.com, this particular model was invented in the 20th century, the early 20th century, by a man named Hans Welsdorf. Like I said, I got the watch. It was handed down to me from my mother to remember my father by, and it was also a marker for success in his life, which still holds true to a lot of people today. There's a lot of similarities between a Rolex watch and the way I live my life. One is simply timing. Timing is something that I believe people take for granted, and it's an extremely important aspect that affects every facet of our lives today. I try to be a punctual person on time, to everything I can. An example of how important timing would be in my job. As a firefighter, timing can mean the difference between life or death. A few minutes late to a call could make all the difference in the world. Then your timing is now affecting others around you. Another thing is in the fire department is that it's completely unacceptable to be late to work. A few times in a row will get you easily released from your job. Important time during my job would be like during an automobile accident, during extrication, when people are impinged in wreckage or trapped underneath. I can pretty much bet my career on the fact that they appreciate my prompt timing to those calls. Another good example of timing is when I was in the Army. I was part of a scout sniper team, and there's virtually not any aspects of that job that timing does not affect. From the time you're dropped in the field, go on a mission, if you don't have the proper timing, you could be picked up by enemy, easily causing the death of you or any of your team members, and you don't want that on your head. All the way to moving to certain points or observation points where you would acquire targets. Sometimes you had a certain window to acquire a target, or they'd be gone out of the area to do whatever they wanted you to do. The most important part would be extractions. That would be after the mission, getting to the point where a Black Hawk helicopter would pick us up and go home, and that was always the most important part of timing to me. There are several other aspects of the watch that are important. One is its independence. According to the Rolex website, they are the first watch that was invented. This particular model was the first watch that was invented that utilized self-winding movement, which means that the watch is completely independent of any batteries. It's self-reliant. I like to think of myself as pretty independent and self-reliant too. Rolexes are known for outlasting the elements and being extremely tough. They're made of a special steel that was designed to present maximum corrosion resistance. I consider myself a pretty tough guy. Gone through many physical and mental training, sessions in the Army. I still hold that true today. By going to the gym to continue to keep in shape and keep tough, and I also continue my my studies in school, which is a mental aspect. So, like the watch, hopefully I can last as long as a Rolex and be literally as tough. I pointed out a lot of qualities that I see in a Rolex, that I find in the way I live my life. They're not necessarily just qualities, but it's more like a blueprint to the way I try to live my life. Strong, independent, and of course, always on time. Thank you.